Texas. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hurts throw taken in by Pascal.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
This defense for the Cowboys, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
These two teams, they met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Dallas.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders.
And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
A good throw here, finding Pascal.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis.
Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 24 yards.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
Oh, Prescott stripped, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Throwing is Hurts.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. So it's a letdown there. They get the ball in tremendous position following the turnover, but they come away empty-handed.
Oh, man, you hate to waste field position like that. Your defense did you the favor of getting you the ball on this side of the 50. But neither the offense nor the kicking team could capitalize.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Elliott going to get it again on second down.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Gonna take a shot for Gallup.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
But you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
And Jonathan Garibay out for the PAT.
And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Well, he's a diminutive receiver, Charles. Not a ton of size, but still able to bring that in against double coverage.
I think that's a great job by him of understanding angles because you mentioned his size. He's not going to go over the top of someone or body someone out of the way. He's got to make sure he creates enough space for himself by getting people into the wrong spot on defense, moving them with his body, and then showing his numbers to the quarterback to be open.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts.
Throws this one right side to Pascal. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but it does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
The kick by Elliott is good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, They just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
Fielded right around the 8. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
A throw for Westbrook, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Kaiser White. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
2nd down and goal.
Hurts fumbles it.
It's picked up by the Cowboys. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys.
Garibay on to attempt the point after.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Malik Hooker. Then the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
Yeah, he did. On 2nd and 7, Prescott. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
That's over the middle and caught by Arcega-Whiteside. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. That's into the hands of Pascal.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here.
Second and 10.
Back to throw again.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
They'll look to throw again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And that is no good. And they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11. So that now 3 misses here in this first half.
And the important thing is you just can't get discouraged. You may still have some chances to make amends in the second half, so you've got to get yourself in the right frame of mind to get the job done.
He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. On second down, Elliott. And some space here.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 63 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Meanwhile, Dak's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Running with Elliott. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. No gain on the play there, second down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it third down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you can do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Sanders.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
His throw caught right around the 6.
And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Sanders. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and the Cowboys have recovered.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down at the 25-yard line. 137 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. On play action, Prescott. And that is incomplete. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And this will remain an 11-point spread. Now, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Quez Watkins.
His fifth touchdown now on the year.
And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done.
Hurts will throw.
And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
On second down, Elliott once more.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On third down, it's Prescott. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Let's go now. 7-60.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left clock looking up at a 4th and 1.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Anthony Barr.
He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Garibay on for the extra point.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Dancing to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
They'll get this to about the 38.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
155 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Play action now, Prescott.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Looking to throw. Prescott. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Well, Prescott here to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. They go play action with Hurts.
He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
That's going to be caught, Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
Hurts.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
And the Cowboys are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe be...
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event,
and this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try to throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
They'll fire one deep for Westbrook.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
This pass outright to Arcega-Whiteside. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Okay, break. 18
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Malik Hooker.
And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
And the Eagles are going to take over here up near the 40.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you just get going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for Dallas, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans.